Good morning dear students, welcome back to the maths class. Dear students, in the last session we have started exercise 1 in inverse trigonometric functions, right? Already we have finished 6 to 7 problems. In this class I am going to explain the remaining problems, so you have to listen all these problems, right? We are already discussing the principal value of the trigonometric functions, right? Based on the principal value of the trigonometric functions, you have to observe these problems, right? So here the problem is this: find out the principal value of cos inverse of minus 1 by root 2, right? Now let's see the line problem first. So cos inverse of minus of 1 by root 2. So here already I told you, let cos inverse of 1 minus 1 by root 2 is equals to y. Just inverse we send this side, it is cos y. So cos y is equals to minus of 1 by root 2 it is. Clear? Next it is, that is equals to minus of this 1 by root 2 in terms of cos, we can write cos of 45 degrees. Cos 45 degrees. So this one again we can write minus of cos of 45 degrees is 5 by 4. 45 degrees 5 by 4. Here the measure is in degrees, but the range of this cos function is in radians. So that's why you need to convert this 45 degrees into radians. So let's see how we can convert the 45 degrees into radians. So generally you know 180 degrees is equals to 5 radians, right? 5 radians. So here 180 we can write 180 into 1 degree, that is equals to pi. Then 1 degree is equals to pi by 180 radians. Pi by 180 radians. Radians means it is measure of trigonometric function. Okay. So here we need to get 45 degrees. So for 1 degree it is 5 by 180. We want 45 degrees, right? So 45 degrees we can write 45 into 1 degree, right? So 45 into in 1 degree value is what? 5 by 180. 5 by 180 degrees, right? So just you have to cut this one. 45 1 times, 45 4 times. So finally what is left? 5 by 4. So that's why 45 degrees is equals to 5 by 4 radians. So in this place 45 place I have wrote just 5 by 4. In this way you have to convert the degree measures into radians. Clear it is? Next let's see the continuation of this. Minus of cos 5 by 4 it is. So I can write this cos of 5 minus 5 by 4. 5 minus 5 by 4. So already you know cos of 180 minus theta or 5 minus theta. So because the phi value is 180 degrees, so cos of 180 minus theta is equals to what? Minus cos theta. Based on this formula I wrote this one. So cos of, so here this value is 180 means here it is pi. Right, pi minus theta. So here pi minus theta value is 5 by 4. That is equals to minus cos theta. So here minus cos theta value is 5 by 4. Right? Based on this formula, I wrote this one. Clear? Okay. Next, this one is, now simplify this. Cos of 5 minus 5 by 4. That is equals to cos of. So if you do LCM here, you will get 3 pi by 4. Cos 3 pi by 4 it is. So cos 3 by 4, this is equals to what? Minus of 1 by root 2 is equals to minus 1 by root 2, right? Now this one see. So here it is cos, if you send this side it is cos inverse, reciprocal will come. So that's why cos, so here what is left? 3 pi by 4 is equals to cos inverse of minus 1 by root 2. Minus 1 by root 2. This is the given function. So the principal value of cos inverse of minus 1 by 2 is equals to 3 by 4. So finally we can conclude that principal value of cos inverse of minus 1 by root 2 is equals to 3 pi by 4. you need to check that the range of cos inverse function is always 0 to pi only. So the principal value is 3 by 4. This is like between or not. So 3 pi by 4 is always between these two. Okay, 0 to pi dt. This is the 9th problem. Now let's see 10th problem here. 10th one. So 10th one also we want to follow the same procedure. So firstly, so here 10th one, cosecant inverse of minus root 2. So here this one is, let cosecant inverse of minus root 2 is equals to y. So this becomes written this side, cosecant y is equals to minus root 2, right? Next, this one, that is equals to minus of root 2 value in terms of cosecant function is cosecant of 30 degrees, cosecant of 45 degrees, 45 degrees, because cosecant function is reciprocal of sine function, right? So generally sine function is what, sine 45 is equals to how much, 1 by root 2, sine 45. So here the cosecant function is reciprocal of this, so that's why this 1 by root 2 reciprocal is root 2, so this is equals to cosecant 45, right? So that's why I consider here it is cosecant 45 minus, as it is you have to give minus. So now this degree measure you have to convert into radians, because the range of cosecant function is always in radians only, right? So that's why here this one minus of cosecant of 45 degrees, already we converted this in terms of radians 5 by 4. So we can write this cosecant of minus 5 by 4 we can write, right? Cosecant of minus 5 by 4. Already you know this formula, cosecant of minus theta is equals to minus cosecant theta. Cosecant of minus theta is equals to minus cosecant theta. So here see, cosecant of minus theta, here theta value is 5 by 4. So the value is minus cosecant theta. So here cosecant theta as this minus we have to keep. So based on this formula you have to write this step. Clear? Now let's see. So cosecant of minus 5 by 4 is equals to how much? This one, minus of root 2, minus root 2 this one. So if you send this side, the reciprocal is, this inverse is minus 5 by 4 here, that is equals to, this one is cosecant inverse of minus root 2, right? Already this function is given. So the principal value of cosecant inverse of minus 2 is minus 5 by 4. Right? You can just write the principal value of cosecant inverse of minus root 2 is minus 5 by 4. Clear? In this way you have to identify the principal value of the given trigonometric function. Now let's see another problem. So here tan function 1. So tan 11th problem it is tan inverse of 1 plus cos inverse of minus 1 by 2 plus sin inverse of minus 1 by 2. This is a 11th problem. Here the given 3 functions. Just you have to find out the principal value of individual function and add all the principal values of 3 functions. First let me see the principal value of tan inverse of minus 1. Tan inverse of minus 1. Just I assume this as y. So this side it is tan y is equals to how much? Minus 1. So in terms of tan we can write minus tan of 45 degrees, right? Tan 45 degrees value is how much? 1. So that's why minus, as you have to keep minus tan of, this is how much? Tan. So not it is minus 1, just it is a plus 1 only, so that's why just take plus 1. So here also plus tan 5 by 4, here also tan 45. So tan 45 degrees value already we convert into radians, that is 5 by 4. tan of 5 by 4. So tan 5 by 4 is equals to what? Is equals to 1. So here the 5 by 4 is equals to, if on this side it is tan inverse of 1. So tan inverse of 1, the principal value of tan inverse of 1 is how much? Yes, 5 by 4. So principal value of tan inverse of 1 is 5 by 4. Just you have to keep this one, and again you have to find out principal value of cos inverse of minus 1 by 2. That is equals to, again I consider as this one. Just you have to assume the C1. So here cos y is equals to minus 1 by 2, minus 1 by 2. So then it is minus of cos in terms of, so my 1 by 2 in terms of cos 60 degrees, right? Cos 60 degrees value is 1 by 2 minus, as it is we have to keep. Then I can write this minus of cos 60 degrees value is how much? 5 by 3 in terms of radians. Once we, as like before, we convert the degrees into radians. So here also just 180 degrees is equals to pi radians. Then 180 into 1 degree is equals to pi, and 1 degree is equals to pi by 180. But here we need to get 60 degrees. So that's why 60 degrees is equals to 60 into 1 degree we can write. So here 60 into 1 degree value of what we got? 5 by 180 degrees. So that's why 61 times 63 times finally we have 5 by 3. So that is the reason in place of 60 we wrote 5 by 3 here. Clear? In this way you have to convert the degree measures in terms of radians, right? So this one again, just see minus cos of 5 minus 5 by 3 here. Cos of 5 minus 5 by 3. Okay? So here not minus, because already I gave one more formula. Cos of 5 minus theta is equals to minus cos theta. This formula you need to be used here. Cos of 5 minus, this is theta value. So for that minus cos theta. Minus cos theta value how much? 5 by 3. So here this LHS what is given. Here RHS what we wrote first. So LHS what next. This we can write like this also. Minus cos theta is equals to cos of 5 minus theta. If you confuse with this, you can write like this also. So based on this, minus cos theta is equals to cos of 5 minus theta. So here cos theta value is 5 by 3. So here also theta value is 5 by 3. Based on this property, you can write here. So now let's see. If you simplify this, if you do LCM, you will get cos of 2 pi by 3. Cos of 2 pi by 3. How's that? Just do LCM. 5 minus 5 by 3. So here 5 by 1, just do LCM 1 3 times. So 3 into pi is 3 pi, minus 3 1 time 1 into pi is 5. So that's why this is equals to 2 pi by 3. That is the reason we get 2 pi by 3. Clear? So see here. So cos of 2 pi by 3, this is equals to what? So here finally minus 1 by 2. Minus 1 by 2. Now 2 pi by 3. 2 pi by 3 is equals to how much? So just cos inverse minus 1 by 2. So this is the given function, right? So in this cos inverse of minus 1 by 2, the principal value of cos inverse of minus 1 by 2 is 2 pi by 3. So principal value for this function is 2 pi by 3. And still we have one more function, that is sin inverse of minus 1 by 2. So here see, we need to find out the principal value of sin inverse of 1 by 2. Sin inverse of minus 1 by 2. Clear? C1. So it is again sin y is equals to how much? Just I consider as this is equals to y. So sin y is equals to minus 1 by 2. Clear? Next, so this one in terms of sin, minus of sin 30 degrees. Sin 30 degrees. So sin 30 degrees value minus of sin 30 degrees is equals to 5 by 6. So you have to convert this type of degrees method in terms of radians. So sine of 5 by 6 here it is. So again I can write minus, so here it is sine of minus 5 by 6. Minus 5 by 6 it is. Okay. So why we can write this one? See, this formula you need to use. Sine of minus theta is equals to minus sine theta. Sine of minus theta is equals to minus sine theta. So here sine of minus theta, minus here theta value is 5 by 6. So that's a minus sine theta. Theta is 5 by 6 here it is. Clear? You have to use this formula at this case. So this is equals to what? Sine inverse sine of minus 5 by 6. This is equals to minus 1 by 2, right? Minus 1 by 2 here it is. So this value which is on this side minus 5 by 6 is equals to how much? Minus sine inverse of minus 1 by 2 this. Sine inverse of minus 1 by 2. So the principal value of sine inverse of minus 1 by 2 is how much? Minus 5 by 6. So principal value of this function is minus 5 by 6. But they are not asking the principal value of individual function. They are asking the sum of these three inverse trigonometric functions principal value you have to identify here. So now let's see how we can calculate. So principal value of tan inverse of 1. Tan inverse of 1 is 5 by 4 and cos inverse of minus 1 by 2 is 2 pi by 3 and sin inverse of minus 1 by 2 is equals to minus 5 by 6. Okay, you have to add all these three principal values of the functions. So now let's see the final solution for this is, so principal value of this total three functions, sum of these three functions is, so firstly principal value is 5 by 4, next principal value is how much? Plus 2 pi by 3, 2 pi by 3 minus the last function minus 5 by 6 minus 5 by 6 here, right? So just simplify this expression, you will get the final principal value of the given expression. Okay, now let's see how we can calculate this one. So just do the LCM for these two. So you can directly calculate 5 by 4 plus, you can say that 3 and 6 LCM is 6. So 3 2 times it is how much? To do the 4, 5. Right, minus 6 one time it is 5. So 5 by 4 plus 3 pi by how much it is? 3 pi by 6. So 3 pi by 6 means 1 times it is 2 times, that is equals to 5 by 4 plus 5 by 2. Again you have to do LCM, otherwise directly you can write 2 pi plus 4 pi. How much it is? 6 pi by 4 to the 8. So 2 3 times and 2 4 times, that is equals to 3 pi by 4. Clear? In this way you have to find out the principal value of any given expression. Clear? So my dear students, I hope you understand all these problems how we can solve. So if you go through the graph of inverse trigonometric functions and domain and range of the inverse trigonometric functions, you can easily understand this kind of problems, right? So if you have any doubts, you can contact me, I will clarify the doubts. And the 12th problem is homework, and remaining also you have 13 and 14, those two are objective problems, one check, actions are available. You can easily answer those two problems. Along with that, you have to solve 12th problem also. Right? If you have any doubts, you can contact me, I'll clarify it. Okay, we'll meet in the next session. Thank you.